impact the overall visual quality of your image, and that's camera calibration. Now, we've looked at the first little button here, the basics. We have another one here called sharpening. We're going to skip that one right now. Let's go to this one, camera calibration. Now, you'll notice, number one, that it says process at 2012, which is the current. You've got a 10 and you got a 3. Why are those there? Well, you may have images that you shot with older digital cameras that were using older systems, and they're using these down here. Well, let me show you something. If we go back here real quick. Now, look at what we've got. We've got exposure, contrast, highlights, shadows, etc. If I come back here and change that, say I want to go to 2010. Now, you're going to get a warning right down here that basically says, would you like to update to the current process? So if your images are older, you may start here. But come back here and look at what we have. You've got recovery and fill light. Where'd those come from? Well, they're there because that's the older system. You say, well, those sound actually pretty cool, fill light and recovery. Why aren't they there now? It's because the system in 12 is so sophisticated that basically it doesn't need those anymore. So I would suggest that if you do get an image like this and you get a warning, that you do change it. Now, if I do that, it does change slightly up here. You have one more area though, camera profile. Now you'll notice I've got Nikons down there because I shoot with Nikons. And basically you have Adobe Camera Raw 4.4, Adobe Standard. I usually will use like the Nikon D2X format when I'm shooting because that's what my camera shoots. So in a sense, it's saying, okay, I know your sensor on that camera. I know how it works. I know how it operates. If you give me your camera mode, basically I can give you a better image. And so I'll usually go down into mode 1. Notice it did change. Did you see that? The image changed. But my control over the image now is based actually on the camera itself and the hardware and technology of the camera. These two steps, staying here current and changing to your camera will be there, are two steps that I think are really rather important in getting the best image you can. Now let's go ahead and cancel out of here and get right back into our Elements Organizer.